guys, now we are going to talk about trend following system, and to understand that, first we'll start talking about what is a trend, right? So what is a trend? Now, traditionally, not about like stock market trend. What do you understand by a trend? Let me show you something. Is this a trend? This was a trend, right? Then there was a trend like this. There was a trend like this. There was a trend. All these are outdated trends. The trends keep changing. The trends keep changing. Look at this. The trends change. Now, basically, all human beings or normal common man is a trend follower. So currently, if I ask you to wear a bell bottom, are you going to wear it? No. Why? Because you will look out of trend. Or can you put that kind of a hair? So who does that? The one who sets the trend. And who are the ones who set the trend? The big fish. Like the film stars can wear those things so that it becomes a trend. In the same way, stock market has trends. And who are the followers? The small fish. We are the small fish. And who are the trend setters? The big fish, which is the mutual funds or the big traders or the big investors. Right? So from traditionally, we are inbuilt trend followers. We will not go against the crowd. Right? So why not do that in trading as well? In trading, we do reverse. What we do, we want to buy Yes Bank. We want to buy Tata Motors. Why? Because they are going down. So aren't we going against the trend? And that's not good. That's not going to help. Yesterday we saw that system, we talk about cup, and that says that the stock which goes all-time high, the cup which makes multi-year high, is the best stock to buy because the trend is up. And who sets the trend? The big fish. And big fish is putting big money. How much is our money? How much is our quantity? How much is our stop loss? Small. So why should we go against them? Now understand this, stock market is a big pool, okay? And there is a platform called National Stock Exchange or Bombay Stock Exchange where the big fish and the small fish play in the same pool. It's not that छोटे लोग के लिए अलग market है, बड़े लोग का अलग market है. सब लोग एक ही market में trade कर रहे हैं. One market and all are playing. So there is a big fish also and there is a small fish. So if you have to survive in a pond or a pool where there are big fishes and you are the small fish, how can you survive? The big fish is going like this. If you go like this, what will happen? It will be eaten. But if you want to survive with the big fish, what you have to do is stay behind them. Means you have to follow them. If they are going like this, go behind. If they are going like this, so you can't be seen. So you are following the big fish. And that's the basis of trend following systems. Right? Most money has been made by most people in the market by following the trend. Be it a fundamental guy or a technical guy, that's where the big money can be made. You can do day trading and contra trading and swing trading and all that, make some money. But if you want to make passive, plus more money, plus long, strong trend, plus don't spend much time on the market, is to do trend following. Now let's say currently we are in the month of August right now. It's a rainy season, especially in this part of where I am living, Maharashtra, where it's a rainy season. So what we do, if I know that it's a rainy season and it can rain anytime, I can just carry an umbrella every single day. मतलब मैं रोज umbrella लेके जाऊंगा और रोज मुझे मालूम है कि कभी भी बारिश हो सकता है. लेकिन अगर मैं ट्रेंड प्रेडिक्टर हूं, मतलब मुझे मालूम है कि मैं वेदर देखता हूं, फिर क्लाउड्स देखता हूं, फिर टेम्परेचर देखता हूं, सब देख के बोलूंगा कि आज बारिश नहीं होगा और मैं छाता लेके नहीं जाऊंगा और कभी भी बारिश हो गया तो मैं भीग जाऊंगा और नहीं भी हो सकता तो मैं सही हो जाऊंगा. मैंने बोला था देखो बारिश नहीं होगा. बट प्रिडिक्टिंग इज फॉर द एक्सपर्ट्स, which can go right, can go wrong. But following, I carry umbrella every single day, so then I don't have any risk of getting anything, right? Getting wet, because I know it can rain anytime. I'm just following the trend. I'm following the season, which is rainy season. Guys, good so far? So now, we talk about how this trend following can help us in making money, right? So let's start with this one. The definition of a trend is trend following is an investment strategy based on technical analysis of market prices rather than on the fundamental strength of the companies. In financial markets, traders and investors using a trend following strategy believe that prices tend to move in the downwards. Means in short, what is it? Trend following is a technical system followed by traders and investors. It does not cover any fundamental. It just follows the trend wherever it goes, and that's how people make money, right? Now, let's talk about further trend following gurus. Who are the ones who are known for trend following systems? And I'm assure, and I would like you to see, read their books and read their stuff, or watch their videos if possible. Charles Dow, the first person who tried something like trend following, and behind which we get the name Dow Jones, and higher top, higher bottom, uptrend, lower top, lower bottom, downtrend. Charles Dow's work. Then we have Richard Donchin. We are going to talk about Richard Donchin today in Donchin channels, right? Curtis Faith and Turtle. The Michael Cowell, sometime back I interviewed him. It's a great guy, great book on trend following. Ed Sequoia, of course, he's a part of Market Wizards. You should read that book. Richard Dennis. All these are trend following gurus whom you need to follow or learn from, right? Now, let's talk about what are the types of market. There are two types of market. One is called trending and one is called trendless. Means one is going up, 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 or down, 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 and one is going sideways, right? So let's talk about trending characteristics. Trending market. Substantial increase or decrease in the price. एक तरफा move. एक तरफ से ऊपर जा रहा है और एक तरफ से नीचे जा रहा है. That's a trending market. Substantial increase. Last for a considerable period of time. Considerable मतलब एक बार ट्रेंड सेट होता है तो अच्छा टाइम चलता है. जैसे अभी आप देखो रिलायंस का ट्रेंड शुरू हुआ 4 महीने से और वो नॉन स्टॉप चल रहा है फ्रॉम like 800 rupees to 2200 rupees in just 4 months. It's a strong trend, trending market, or substantial time, substantial distance covered, right? So that's for the trend following. Sustained directional moves and occasional and short-lived corrections. मतलब एक बड़े ट्रेंड में छोटे-छोटे correction आते रहेंगे, right? So that's occasional short-lived moves, and that's where our opportunity to buy. If you have seen my 5-star strategy, which I did some time back, on so many videos are there on 5-star strategies. The strategy is based on, we need to capture a trending stock on the monthly, and then we need to buy them on the correction on the daily. That's your grandfather, father-son strategy, which we cover. It's also a part of my book if you want to get that book. So that's the trending market, right? Then we talk about, in trending also there are two types. One is called trending and quiet, and one is called trending and volatile. Now we don't know how it will pan out. Like if you look at Reliance, it was trending and quiet. Why? Because going one side. And somewhere like, maybe look at some like Bata or some other stock where you say goes up, then comes down, corrects, and then goes up, and then corrects, and then goes up. Something like Titan also. So it depends. We don't know how it will pan out, but we have to focus on the system. अपने को system को follow करना है. Focus on the process and not on the profit. Write that in the comment section. Write down in the comment section in your video, in your YouTube, Facebook. Focus on the process, not on the profit, right? Now, let's go to this. This is an uptrend, which is a higher top, higher bottom. Simple, basic stuff. And lower top, lower bottom, downtrend. And sideways market is like this. Right? I hope you have learned all this in the basic videos which we gave you. Right? So these are the three types of trend we understand. Now, this is like, you know what? This chart, what I'm showing you right now, is like $1 million chart. If you understand market properly, and if you want to trade the trade the trend following systems correctly, then you need to understand this, that any trend following system, be it moving average, be it top bottom, be it Donchin channel, be it Renko charts, be it anything else, or be it RSI 60 plus, you are never ever going to buy at the bottom. You can see that entry is after some time, because after some time only you will come to know that there is a trend. At the bottom, you don't know that it is the bottom. Only when it rises to a part, then only you know that there was a bottom. Right now you can say markets are at the top. Only when it comes down, then you know that market was at the top. So it's only hindsight, right? एक बार बारिश शुरू हो गया, then you can say that हाँ अभी season चालू हो गया. But पहले से नहीं हो सकता, because we don't know when the top is and when the bottom is, right? So if you understand this, and if you are ready to trade in this way, that I'm never going to buy at the bottom and I'm never going to sell at the top, And in between, I want to capture this move. That's where the cream of the market is. That's where the, what you call, malai hai. बाकी ये टॉप और बॉटम बाकी लोग को जाने दो, दूसरे लोग को कमाने दो. That's where most people go wrong. सब लोग टॉप और बॉटम पकड़ने के चक्कर में लॉस होता है. अपने को वो करना ही नहीं है. Let's get the cream, which is very, very clear, very, very simple, and everybody can do it. It's making sense? Very simple. This has to go in your head. I don't want to buy like Reliance at 800. I'm okay to buy at 1200. And neither I want to sell at 2200 because I don't know it's a top. I'm okay to sell at 1900. Because if once it reaches 1900, then I can say, oh, that was a top. Make sense? This has to be followed in every trend following system. And once you get this thing, what happens is, let me tell you psychologically, most people have this mindset कि एक बार आपने ऊपर का भाव देखा, means let's say if you see 2200 on Reliance, for a human mind, it's not very easy to sell at 1800. You are always thinking कि वो 2200 था, अभी मैं 1800 में बेचता हूँ. Let me wait for another 2200, then I will sell, and it never comes. I'm just taking an example, and I know everybody can connect to this. It's all human mindset. But if you just change your belief, what we spoke about yesterday, and you believe that, okay, I'm not going to sell at the top, I'm okay to sell after the top is made, then you can make money following trend following systems, right? And plus we are adding rules to it. Rules matlab we'll put a system into it, which will help us to know that now we don't need to think karu ki nahi karu. खाली ऑर्डर डालना है क्योंकि सिस्टम ने बोला सेल कर रहे हो, सिस्टम ने बोला बाय करो, सिस्टम ने बोला एग्जिट करो. दैट मीन्स यू आर फोकसिंग ऑन द प्रोसेस एंड नॉट ऑन द प्रॉफिट, राइट? सो दैट्स द मेन पार्ट ऑफ ट्रेंड फॉलोइंग सिस्टम्स, राइट? Now this is very, very interesting. Now listen carefully. The trading metrics, this is going to be an aha moment for many of you, is that अगर आपको बड़ा पैसा बनाना है, first of all, how many of you want to? I want to make big money in the market. Say me. Come on, comment in the comment section. So big money can be made with, these are the 4 things you can do, right? Big range, small range, big quantity, small quantity. अब big range और small range हमारे कंट्रोल में नहीं है, और big quantity और small quantity हमारे कंट्रोल में है, right? अब इसका मैट्रिक्स देखते हैं कि जब भी हम लोग बिग रेंज और बिग क्वांटिटी करने की कोशिश करते हैं, सबसे पहले क्या होगा? मेंटल स्ट्रेस, बिकॉज यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू हैंडल द पोजीशन. ये गलती मैंने बहुत बार की है. ऐसा ब्रेकआउट आता है, ऐसा लगता है भी स्टॉक डबल हो जाएगा और पूरा बटन दबा दो और फिर ऊपर जाता है, 100 वाला 150 होएगा, फिर वापस 125 होएगा. देन यू गेट स्ट्रेस्ड आउट एंड यू एग्जिट द होल क्वांटिटी एंड देन इट बिकम्स 500. So you made only small money because you had a big quantity. You cannot handle it. Big quantity. Plus you are over leveraged. Make sense? So this is out of the bucket. Then we talk about big quantity and small range. ये क्या हो गया? Day trading. अभी day trading में पैसा बनाना है बड़ा, तो बड़ा quantity करेंगे, छोटा range में निकल जाएंगे. But I think it is also stressful because most people cannot do it. Plus, as yesterday we mentioned, that day trading is a linear income. Linear matlab you have to sit in front of the screen. If you have to sit in front, it's like a job. The day you don't sit in front of the screen, you don't make money. So that's not fair, right? We want freedom also. The idea of doing trading or becoming a trader is not money. The idea is freedom. And once you try to get the freedom, suddenly everything will become easy. Freedom from time, freedom of job, freedom of business, freedom of choices, freedom of travel, freedom of whatever you want to do, right? So that's where the thing comes. Now let's talk about the majority of day traders or intraday traders. What they do? They do small range and small quantity, and that's where what is going to happen? Complete waste of time. एक लॉट लेंगे निफ्टी बैंक निफ्टी का, और पूरा हिस्ट्री ज्योग्राफी निफ्टी का, इंडिया का, सीएनबीसी का, सब का चैनल का सब एनालिसिस करेंगे एक लॉट के पीछे, और वो भी 50 पॉइंट में निकलना है अपने को. सो जस्ट वेस्टिंग योर टाइम. सो इट्स नॉट गोइंग टू हैपन. जस्ट यू फील गुड कि मैं कुछ कर रहा हूं, बट नथिंग, यू आर नॉट मूविंग अ इंच आउट ऑफ इट, राइट? सो देन द लास्ट वन, which is I think the easiest and the best for everyone to do, my favorite, and what I'm learning today is to have a big range and small quantity, and that's called trend following. that can only be achieved by trend following. In fundamental, you can follow trend following using the fundamental parameters. And in technical, we use the technical system, what we are learning today, what we learned yesterday also. So that's where the matrix is. Now you figure out where you are. How many you can connect to what I'm talking, right? How many are making this mistake? I did it many times. I went bankrupt a couple of times because of this. Not my analysis was wrong, but my quantity was wrong, right? So we do that mistakes and learn from the mistakes, and that's why I am so much pro coaching. You know what coaching? Of course, I am a coach to so many people out there, but I have so many coaches on me, and the one thing I said that you don't need to do all the mistakes. You have to learn from others' mistakes also, and that's why you hire a coach, right? So that's the stress. And the second one is big quantity, small range. Now this is one thing, one exception I can make. If you are good at option expiry special, level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then you can do that. Your small money can become big, and because the way option moves is possible. But you need to have that mastery on that, and you need to know the overall analysis of the market and then do option expiry special. And of course, don't waste your time. Small range, small quantity, no point. Because when you do small quantity and small range, your skin is not in the game. मतलब आप अंदर नहीं हो game को, तो आपको कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. You should not trade so small that it does not make a difference. And you should not trade so big that it can keep you out of the business. There has to be some motivation to make money. If you are doing एक लॉट ही कर रहे हो, कुछ होना आया गया, कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता है, तो आप सिस्टम फॉलो नहीं करोगे. So there is a very thin line between the right quantity. It should not be too small कि मुझे फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता है, नीचे गया तो मैं होल्ड कर लूंगा, और too big कि ₹1 भी नीचे जाए तो मेरा बैलेंस हिल जाएगा. So that's where the balance comes. That's where the risk management or the perfect quantity. And the best thing to do is to do trend following, right? So I hope now you're getting it, right? So this is where we are going to maybe stop for being. I began to realize that big money must necessarily be in the big swing by Jesse Livermore. He was a great trader. He's no more now, but he was a legendary trader. And you can read his books also. One of my favorite books is called How to Trade Stocks by Jesse Livermore, right? Must read, right? I must have read that 10 to 12 times. Meghna must have read the same. So it's very, very important. It's very, very simple book.